back to the very last royal review of 2015. And today's lovely company is Willow and Honey. Now, I found Willow and Honey through an application last year for a 2015 review, and my mom and I were so blown away by Corey's website. It was so clean, and the photos were excellent, and everything looked edible. And I couldn't understand it. I was like, why do I want to eat all of her stuff? Of course, it makes a lot more sense now. She's a classically trained chef, so obviously lots of her products are very, very food inspired. And another thing that really stuck out to me was the fact that she uses all these really, really unique ingredients in her soaps and her other products, including egg yolk. Yes, my friends, egg yolk. So as always, I will show you some close-ups of the products, you know, and then I will move on to scent descriptions and sort of tell you how they perform. And there will also be a coupon code hidden somewhere in the video, and you gotta be looking for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start out with the cold processed soaps, and the first one I have here is grapefruit lemongrass, which is this really pretty peachy color with a big dip of green and then lemongrass sprinkled lightly across. Then there's mermaid hugs, which is this gorgeous blue color. It's absolutely breathtaking with this really, really pretty gold lashing on top, and then a few little salts. Then there's Turkish Rose, which is this really pretty pastel pink with a drop swirl of creamy white, and then what appears to be some really pretty orange glitter on top, and some real rosebuds. Then there's We Three Kings, which is a pretty hanger swirl, and there's even some really cool little glycerin rivers in here, and it has brown and gold and white and sort of a dark stormy blue in there. And then on top she has salted it looks like, and then put some little splatterings of gold mica and some little stars. And then last but certainly not least, my personal favorite when it comes to appearances, and that is Morning Glory. And it's really pretty golden color with some purple, really, really vivid purple on top. And then on the very, very top, it looks like she has cracked an egg on the top of the soap. It's so clever, so unique. Moving right along, we have a Glycerin soap fairy crystal, and it is so pretty. And you guys know how much I like fairies, and it's pink and has sparkles inside and all sorts of different chunks of multicolored gems. Then she sent me two whipped soap sugar scrubs, and the first one is called The Grit. And it's black, and it comes in this PET jar, and it's been whipped to utter perfection. And then there's Butter Brickle, which is also whipped to perfection, and is a creamy, sort of a yellowy color. Totally reminds you of vanilla marshmallow. And next we have some bubble bath cookies. This first one is Holiday Cheer. Isn't this cute? It looks exactly like a Christmas wreath, and it has little multicolored sprinkles on there. They sort of look like lights. Oh, it's so adorable. And look at this, a gingerbread bubble bath cookie. Doesn't that look so edible? So it's sort of a brown base with this piped stuff on top, and then a little cinnamon stick. Oh, I just love it. And last but certainly not least, she sent me 4 bath bombs. This first one is Noel, and it has this really, really pretty little wreath that has been painted on top, and it's sort of a light green color. And then there's Vampire Kisses, which is white, and then it looks like it has blood spattered on the top. Ew! And then we have the Boyfriend, which is blue and has this really cool little mustache painted on it. And then we have Unicorn Dreamer, which is white, and it has little flecks of multicolored sprinkles inside. So you can see why I wanted Corey and Willow and Honey to be a royal review. So let's go ahead and talk about the products. Actually, before we even talk about the products, I have to read you something that she wrote me. She says, when I first heard about soap making, I went onto YouTube to see if there were any tutorials. I wasn't expecting much, maybe some boring step-by-step dry videos showing you how to make some basic soap. She says, so I go online and I find this amazingly talented, gorgeous fairy of a young woman. She's talking about me! And she goes on to say that I sort of inspired her to make soap. Also, her note was handwritten, which is totally cute, and she put smiley faces, and also in our emails that we've exchanged, she uses emojis as much as I do. So I mean, I knew right then with the first email that she sent me with all the little hearts and kisses and little glitter shimmers, I was like, this is a lady after my own heart. Right, the products. I haven't forgotten about the products, believe me. So, the soaps, let's talk about them. First of all, the packaging is awesome. She has all the ingredients, and I absolutely love the way that she's designed them. They're very clean, they're very easy to read, and yet they're still extremely artistic, so I really love that. So this first one, the Morning Glory soap. It smells very gentle. It's very calming. I really, really like this. And of course, this has to be my favorite for design. It's so unique. I've never seen anything like that. So I really like this. All of her bars are exceptionally hard. Definitely gonna last you a long time. And cool ingredients, like I said, made with egg yolk and yogurt. I didn't even know you could use egg yolk in soap. Then we have We Three Kings, which to me smells a little bit masculine. It sort of has a cypress fir sort of scent, so very, very Christmassy, obviously by the name We Three Kings. And it's made with kaolin clay and mango butter, which of course are super luxurious. And kaolin clay is really, really good for all different skin types. Really hard, bubbled up lovely. Then we have the Turkish rose here, which it smells so nice. It's just the right amount of rose, really. It's sort of a little bit sedate. It's not extremely potent, which is good because, again, sometimes those rose smells can really, really be overpowering and honestly smell a little bit old and musty, but that's not how this is. This is very fresh and very gentle and light, so I really like it. And this is also a very smooth soap. It has a very good slip to it. Then we have Mermaid Hugs, which who doesn't like the idea of hugging a mermaid? And I love the smell for this. It's very watery, and it's also sort of light. There's a few little, I would say crisp notes in there, like crisp greenery notes in there. It's very, very nice. I love this. This is probably my second favorite soap just because of the color and the way that the fragrance sort of makes me feel. It does sort of give me an underwater vibe, which I really, really like. And then there's Grapefruit Lemongrass, which is awesome because I have been loving grapefruit smells right now. I am totally all about the grapefruit smells. The grapefruit really, really sticks in this cold process soap, which if you're a cold process soap maker, you know is really, really hard to do. But I can totally smell it. I can totally smell a little bit of the lemongrass, but I really do think that that grapefruit is the main scent there. And this is made with grapefruit zest and clay. Isn't that cool? Oh, and by the way, the Mermaid Hugs made with sea clay and kelp. And Turkish Rose was made with pistachios and yogurt. Are you seeing what I'm saying about the unique ingredients? Am I getting that across to you? Now for the Fairy Crystal, and I have looked on her website and she actually has multiple different fragrances and colors of these. It's so wonderful to me. Like, I just can't express to you how appealing this is. Like I have said, I love fairy houses. I love everything very whimsical and very enchanted. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, this just speaks right to my heart. And it's very fruity. It's a very fruity smell. I really, really like it. Sort of reminds me a little bit of fruit punch. So sort of like a bite me scent, if you know what that smells like, with a little bit more on the cherry side. So I absolutely love this. And it's a glycerin soap. It bubbles up super, super well. Now, scrubbies. Okay, out of all of the products she sent me, and believe me, I love all of the products, but this butter brickle, it's probably my favorite. The scent is just so delectable. It's like the perfect amount of like vanilla ice cream and like honey and a little bit of almond. It's so luscious. I actually had the cat smell it and was like, smell this, you just need to smell it. And he opened it up and was like, can I eat it? How disappointed he was when I told him it was soap. Oh my gosh, he was like, that doesn't smell like soap. You shouldn't be allowed to do that to people. But it is delicious. And let me tell you, the texture of this is thebomb.com. It's very thick, which I like for a sugar scrub, but once it like touches water and stuff and you kind of smooth it around, it goes on and sort of smears out exceptionally well, which I don't know, sometimes some of the emulsified sugar scrubs that I've used are kind of oily and runny, so you can't get it to really move on your skin very good. It's essentially like where you put it, that's kind of where it's going to stay. But this really, really slides. It just kind of smooths right up and it leaves you feeling so moisturized. Like, again, sometimes with a whip scrub like this, especially if it's sort of soap based like this one is, it kind of leaves you feeling tight. That would be the word that I would use. It's like exfoliating. It gets all those dead skin cells off, but then it doesn't moisturize properly. But this has done a very, very good job, and it smells awesome. And then, of course, the same sort of type is the detox, and this smells very essential oily. I'm definitely smelling some like lemongrass, maybe? Is that what I'm smelling here? Let me look and see. So yeah, it's got lemongrass oil in it, I was right, and tea tree oil. So it smells very essential oily, which I don't prefer, but it works so good that I'm willing to take it. And if you like lemongrass and you like the smell of tea tree, you're going to love the smell of this because it's very, very strong. Now, bubble bars. I have part of the bubble bar in here and part of it in there. And so I'm actually going to go after I have filmed this video and test this, so that I will be putting a little bit of like testing time right now. So you can see exactly once I have put this under running water and I'm sort of using my hands and mixing up all the water, all the bubbles I get with maybe, you know, a fourth to a third of the entire bubble bar. So yeah, there's your little demo right there in the middle of the video for you. And I love the smell of this. It does smell like gingerbread. And I also love the little Christmas wreath that I've broken. Look, I broke it. I dropped it when I was taking the picture of it, but it did come in one piece. And now I will show you a demonstration of the holiday cheer cookie. This is what the holiday cheer cookie has done. I just took a little bit off of it, maybe a fourth to a third of it, just like the gingerbread, and I held it under running water, and these are the bubbles that it made. Now, I didn't want to forget the fragrances, so I actually haven't tested the bath bombs, but I didn't want to forget the fragrances, and instead of making notes like a normal person, I just didn't test them and I kept them all intact for the review. So Unicorn Dreamer smells sort of like, it almost smells like it has something bubbly in there, like one of the champagne sort of scents. And Noel has, again, that same sort of evergreen, almost a little bit of pine in there. It's very, very seasonal. This is a very seasonal fragrance and is perfect for Christmas time. Then there's the Boyfriend, which I think I'm going to give to my dad because, believe it or not, my father does take baths and really enjoys them. So I think I'm going to give this to him. It's an extremely strong masculine smell. I don't know. It smells like a men's cologne that I've smelled before. How about that? I'm so specific. It smells like cologne. Katie, you know there's like 5,000 different colognes out there. I know, and this smells like one of them. Vampire kisses. Ooh, when I saw this the first time, I will admit it, I was grossed out. I am a little girly girl, and so when I see blood, I'm like, ooh, run away. But it does smell really, really good. Like, as far as scents go, this is probably my favorite one. And it just sort of has a fruity, bubbly smell. So there's her products. Aren't they lovely? Oh my goodness, you need to go get some for Christmas. I also want to tell you that her tagline for Willow and Honey is whimsical skincare with a chef's touch. Is that not precious? I just love it. And speaking of chef's touch, oh my gosh, I have to go get something. I'll be right back. I'm back! Okay, she also sent me these little brownie bites. There's only one left because I'm just a little sugar demon. I don't even know what these are. Like, I don't know if it's a cookie or a brownie or a cake. I don't even know. I brought them in, I showed my mom, and she was like, is that a cookie or is that a brownie or a cake? And I was like, I don't know. It's like the same thing. We were both like, what is it? But it's so delicious. Like, I don't know if she sells these, but oh my gosh, it's so good. And I'm just going to refrain from eating this in front of all of your faces right now because, again, there's one left for a reason. They're so good. So I can personally testify that her classical training for being a chef certainly paid off. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even leave me a comment below. I will be leaving all of the Willow and Honey social media links in the box below. If you check her out on Instagram or on Facebook, please tell her that the Duchess of Suds sent you. And thank you, Miss Corey, for all of the lovely goodies. I have so enjoyed them, and I totally have felt like a little magical fairy princess when using them. And until next time, I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day. It's Christmas time, folks. It's Christmas time. Feel festive, feel happy, and I will see you all soon. So until next time, bye for now.